What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of our Be a GM slash franchise mode series. And I've actually already made the trades that I was talking about to you guys in the previous episode. So let's just recap here. I go and acquire Lucas Sabisa, and I end up giving 3 unsigned rookies to Vancouver. I feel like that's pretty fair. Then I see the opportunity to bring in Josh Hosang, which I think is a prospect with a lot of upside and is a huge gamble. So I give up 2 low-end NHL defenders and a 4th round pick. Why not? Then I go to get Matt Murray, our star goaltender, our goaltender of the future, something that we really needed. I give up Adin Hill, Scott Harrington here, a 2nd round pick next year's draft, not the coming one, but the next year. Then a 3rd round pick in, this draft, and also Scott Wedgwood. I'm not sure about Scott Wedgwood here. So I feel like I made some pretty big acquisitions. I do know I overpaid by a mile for Murray, but I'm fine with it. So let's look at our roster here. We got Domi, Johnson, Duclair, Lazar, Merkley, Ryder, Poirier. That doesn't change much. On D is where the big changes come. We get Sabisa in, Connor Murphy coming up, and Mermis. Obviously, we're not going to play Mermis. That's a no-brainer. In front of the net, we get Matt Murray and Louis Domingue. So I'm pretty happy with what we got in front of the net and up front. The only question for me remains, can we add a defenseman? And I'd love to do that via free agency. So let's start off making a few roster moves here. I'd like to send down probably Brad Richardson, maybe. No. Let's see if there's anybody worthy of a call-up first on D. So Lupul and Bolin, I don't mind them being down there because they don't have any future or potential with the team. Matthew Lombardi's the player I'd like to bring up, just as a guy that can play in case of an injury. Okay, so let's go and find that defenseman on free agency. I've already offered a contract to Chris Russell. Let's sim up to the game against LA to see if he accepts it. Chris Russell is now our new bottom pairing defenseman, or he might actually play on our top 4. I think that's pretty great to have Chris Russell here. So let's go best lines again, and let's see if Chris Russell is here, or we're going to have to call him up. We're going to have to call up Chris Russell and send down Mermis. So let's do that right now. Mermis is going to be on his way to the Roadrunners. I think that's their name, but I'm not sure. And we're going to bring up Chris Russell. So I feel like Chris is a decent pickup on free agency. I think we could have gotten a better player making it a trade, but I'm definitely happy with Chris. So as I promised in last episode, guys, we're going to play a full period just to see the arena, get the feel of it, and how cool it actually is. So here we go. As again, I'll just show you the jerseys. The home one, more that I see it, the more impressed that I am with it. It looks pretty cool. The alternate one, I think I kind of screwed up. I changed the colors completely. Really wanted to go with a different look. And the away one actually looks pretty nice also. But we're at home right now, so let's go and wear the home one. That's the one I worked the hardest on. Let's just make sure that all our settings here are okay. Quick settings. Everything looks fine here, not a problem. Let's, audio and visual settings. Let's just check that out. Make sure everything's fine here. Again, everything is perfectly good. So let's start off this game and start kicking some king ass. That sounded so badly after it came out of my mouth. So I'm really anxious to see the arena, how cool it looks, and that's something I did put a lot of time in designing, but I really want to see does it look as good as a normal arena would in Ottawa or Arizona whatsoever. Okay, so this is clearly pretty impressive. Seeing all the fans, they're curiously all wearing the away jersey. I don't know why. Kind of gives an impressive whiteout look. Okay, well, that looks pretty nice. Next step is going to be, that jersey looks sick on Matt Murray. The amount of detail is unbelievable. I'm going to have to change that helmet. Why did I not think of that? Okay, so the logo at the center of the ice is clearly good. Let's go win that face-off. Nice job, Tyler Johnson. And the more I'm seeing the jerseys, the better they look, in my opinion. Now, if that jersey style isn't something that you're into, well, it's obvious you're not going to like it. That's just If you're somebody that likes more classic jerseys, well, it's a no-brainer that this is not your cup of tea. Come on, Duclair. Pass it back. That was just a terrible pass again. On the back check, Johnson, and we're down. What a great way to start our first freaking preseason game. I'm losing against the fucking computer. That's terrible. And then I lose a face-off. Come on. Ekman Larson with the big hit. Get that puck, Anthony. Move it out. Oh my god. That's the type of stuff that gets us sent down to the AHL. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. That's Kopitar's 6th preseason goal in 4 preseason goals. In 4 preseason games. That's pretty unbelievable. Anze is just laughing out here during the preseason. Again, a terrible pass. This is one of my earlier games in NHL 17, guys. I've been playing online, but I haven't played the computer, and I'm used to it being overly easy, so that's probably one of the reasons I suck at this point. So I've got to say, I really enjoy our roster right now. I feel like we're a real big step up from what we were last year, and we can actually compete for a playoff spot. I'm not going to say we're going to contend for a cup or anything like that, but I feel like we've got a really decent team. Connor Murphy should improve as the season goes on, so that's definitely something to look forward to on D. So should Anthony D'Angelo, and a few youngsters on offense should definitely start getting going also as the season goes on. These uniforms are really looking great. I've got to say, I really love the arena's look also. I just want to see the flames go off when I score a goal. That looks to be the kind of the difficulty here. Maybe I should have put the difficulty level lower. Come on, McGinn, get that puck. Go to the outside. Take a break. Toe drag. Pat, that was the worst toe drag ever. Come on, McNeil. Get a free puck. Nope. And I've got to say, everything looks as good as it would with, a real arena. So that's definitely a huge success by EA. And, the jerseys look as good as they would as if they were from an NHL team once you're on the ice. So, again, congratulations to EA. I feel like they really pulled this off and did a great job here. I don't think they could have made this feature any better. Definitely the jerseys. Can you tell a difference right now between LA's jersey and my jersey? I don't really see the difference. Oh my god, I am a terrible defender. Jesus Christ, we're down 3-0. I am so sorry, Coyotes. I have failed you poorly. Duclair moves it back to Shen. Come on, Luke. That was a terrible shot. I have played this one extremely poorly. All I want is a goal, to be honest. So let's just try to get into the slot, take a shot, and more favorably a slap shot. And 4-0? No. Okay, well, I have played one of my worst games ever, to be honest. I was expecting... This is my first game against the computer since starting the game up. And, I was expecting a lot of a lower difficulty level. Probably something similar to last year. I know the difficulties has changed, but I just wasn't expecting it. And that's probably the reason I'm down here so badly. If I could get, mentally prepared to play this level, probably something like 1-0 right now. So I'm definitely struggling here with the computer. Doesn't look great. But what this video in this game was really about was seeing the features, arena, seeing the jerseys actually in the live gameplay, which, to be honest, they look very good. They look great. That's even that I'd say is an understatement. I think they got us bang on. The jersey creation and all that. The only thing that's been kind of subpar, in my opinion, is the logos. I feel like there should be a wider range of them, and probably somehow, an option to upload your logos. So that's it for period number 1, guys. We're actually going to quit this game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim close to the deadline. And once we're actually close to the trade deadline, I'm going to be able to, have a better idea of what I want to actually do at that point. Are we in a playoff spot? Are we, looking for a playoff spot? Or are we near the bottom and actually trying to get the best draft pick possible. If that's the situation, I feel like my trades are going to backfire massively because I gave up a draft pick, this year's draft, the third rounder for Matt Murray, and I also gave up a fourth to get Hosang. Those are two important picks that, I would not have done thinking we can't be in the playoffs, but I'm very confident. I think we can actually make it into the playoffs or be close of getting a spot on the wild card. So I'll see you guys back next, close to the deadline. What's up, guys? Here, and we're just a few weeks ahead of the deadline. We're actually 32, 25, and 1, which I think is a pretty decent record for a first year in Seattle. We're right up here with that number 3 spot, just over the wild card. So we are in a playoff position. I'd still like to make a move here. Why? I feel like we're overstacked up the middle. We got Nick Merkley, which is pretty darn nice. We got Tyler Johnson, Martin McNeil, and Brad Richardson. I'm fine with Richardson being our number 4 guy. McNeil and Merkley are young. They will grow. I need to move one of the two. Merkley's got great, value. McNeil, not so much. So I think I'm going to move McNeil. Why? Reason number 2, Dylan Strome is definitely going to be an NHLer next year. So we need to have him, in the NHL, playing an important role for him to grow as much as we know he can. On defense, I'm still pretty satisfied with everything we've got. I wish Connor Murphy would go up a little here to an 80, 81-ish, a bit like D'Angelo went up one. Then we got Domingue and Wedgwood. I thought I traded him. No, he's actually here as our backup as Matt Murray's injured. But you can look at Matt Murray's stats this year. He's only played 25 games. He's won 11, lost 13, 2.92 goals against average, 905 save percentage, 2 shutouts. Look like the starter role has been too much for him. He is having a terrible year. So let's move on, guys, to actually finding who our center should be. I'm hoping I can swap McNeil for an older guy with a little more upside for just this season. We're definitely going to take a look at the trade block to start here. Nothing here, nothing here. Might be something in Winnipeg. Skaters matching block, nothing. Okay, maybe something. Henrik Sedin, that wouldn't be too bad. That would actually be a sizable acquisition on a 1-year deal. We'd let him walk next year, probably yes. So are these guys interested in Martin McNeil? Are they interested in a player-for-player swap? That's a bit of a stretch. No, they're not. Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind giving up a pick on this year's draft since it looks like we're going to be doing fine. I'd give a 5th rounder. Rejected. I'm not going to give more than a 5th rounder pick-wise, so I think I'm going to have to go with a rookie skater here. Obviously, I'm protecting all our, top guys. Poulin and Giroux are guys that I just picked up. Same as Moynihan. Dexter, I wouldn't mind moving. And Zach Hyman hasn't really turned out great for us, so I'd definitely move him. And let's get the worst rookie possible on this team. Beach. Okay, now can I propose the trade? Rejected again. So it looks like I'll have to actually add a pick here. I wouldn't mind moving him in because he really hasn't turned out, and I actually hope that he gets better thanks to this trade. I'll remove him in and Beach. Again rejected. Looks like Sedin might just not be our acquisition. Thomas. San Jose might actually have somebody that they want to trade. Nope, a bunch of youngsters, that's it. Ottawa is trying to trade Mark Stone. That's pretty surprising. But except for that, it's just a bunch of youngsters also. Ryan Clough, Bo Bennett. So there's some old guys here. Might be a center. Nope, there is not. Montoya, Condon. Again, there might be somebody here. Nope. Jolson, we're not really interested in that. Oh, looks like Edmonton might try to Letestu. That's clearly not enough. Steve Hott might... Nope, never mind. I don't think Dallas would try to move anybody. Exactly. Oh, the Calgary Flames are trying to trade Shane Doan, but not a center. Maybe in Buffalo. Neither. So it looks like our only option is Henrik Sedin. So why the fuck not give a little more here to get a grade A player? I'm going to give up a rookie here with a little more upside. I'm not going to give up Moynihan, but I would give up Dexter. Is this something? Trade is accepted, and we've actually gotten Henrik Sedin. That is a hell of an acquisition. I'm really happy with it. Henrik Sedin is a hell of a player to add on to our team, and now I feel like we're a legitimate playoff hopeful / underdog contender maybe. So I'll see you guys back when the sim of the full season is complete. What's up, guys? We had a brutal ending to the season. We finished 40, 39, and 3, which is pretty bad. It was really hard from when we got Henrik Sedin. Nothing went, the right way, which is surprising. And Matt Murray also came back from injury. That didn't look to help the team. But we make the playoffs with an around 500 record. Thanks to this shit division, we were not even in the wild card. So we're playing Anaheim in round 1. That's going to be in the next episode. But let's just take a look at the stats of a few of our players got this year. So first off, I'm going to start it off with Max Domi here. He tallies, well, I'm going to have to go full career stats. He tallies 23 goals, 28 assists for 51 points, which is a bit deceiving. Henrik Sedin actually took over our first freaking center spot. He almost got 60 points. Not bad. What about Anthony Duclair? He goes from 53 to 40. A lot of our players regressing offensively. That's clearly not what we hoped for. What about Curtis Lazar? From 39 to 27. Again, that's just not great. Tyler Johnson goes from 59 to 48. McGinn, I don't care about. Poirier in his first year with us tallies 36 points, which is pretty good. Merkley in his first year with us goes to get almost 40. I'm going to be happy with that. And Lindbergh coming in late in the season. For some reason, it says 82. Yeah, actually, no, he started off the season, sorry. Got 32 points in 82 games. I'm definitely satisfied with that. Tobias Ryder gets 53. So the reason our top 6 probably lost some points is we've gotten a lot bigger contribution from our bottom 6 as opposed to last year. Ekman Larson, our franchise player, tallies 70 points as a defenseman. Unbelievable. D'Angelo is the other guy that's intriguing me. He only gets 22 and 8 goals. I was hoping he'd score somewhere close to 15, even though that's pretty much impossible in your first year as a defenseman, rated 81. So Matt Murray's struggles continue. He has been a fucking terrible goaltender for us. He gets 16 wins and fucking 26 losses. I can't believe I gave up a bunch of stuff for this freaking goof at this point. He gets a 3.15 goals against average and an under 900 save percentage. He has been dreadful in front of net. What about Louis Domingue? What does he get us done? He gets 916, 22 and 10, and 2.48. He had a dreadful year last year, bounces back with a strong year, played better than Matt Murray in every way of the word, and for that reason, I am going to start Domingue during the playoffs. So that's about it, guys, for this episode. Make sure to tune in for the next episode to watch the playoffs.